unthinkable. There is no way I can get married like this. They could have actually lived in a house this nice.
Yui, thanks for putting together all those rental options.
Not at all. Waku Waku Real Estate pulled out lots of great listings because you were introduced as a VIP client.
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work for Tokimeki Corporation, handling urban development and infrastructure projects. And this is my junior colleague, Yui Momota. I found a place that looks promising, so I'll go home and talk to Shino about it.
Yes, please do.
Alright, good work today.
Thank you. You too. Great work today. Must be nice, huh? Having someone to move in with. What am I doing? Having thoughts like that about a man who already has a fiancé? I should clean up and head home too.
I'm home. Oh, my future father-in-law, you're here too.
Yes, Shino asked me to come.
You said you wanted to talk today about the house we will be living in, right? I wanted to hear my dad's opinion too.
She is my fiancé, Shino Serisawa, and the man with her is her father, Toru. So, getting right to it, I was thinking it would be nice if we could live in a house like this after we get married. We would live in a rental for a while and then...
What? A rental place?
That's what I had in mind.
No, renting is out of the question.
My father is the president of that Doki Doki construction company. You know, even my family home is a reasonably big house that we own. And you are talking about some rental apartment. Not owning your own home is just unthinkable.
It would be a rental only at first, and I have good reasons for that.
I never imagined our values were this far apart. I only got engaged to you because your boss Nozaki introduced us. But like this, there's no way I can get married like this.
That's true. Maybe this is a good chance to reconsider things.
I see. That's a shame. With our values this far apart, I think the future would be rough. So let's call this an amicable cancellation of the engagement.
All right, then let's do just that.
And that's how my engagement ended. 1 month later. Sorry to make you help all the way through the move.
Not at all. I'm happy I can be of help. That rental place was only a short-term lease until you could move into this 100 million yen mansion. She could have been living in a house this nice.
I was planning to explain all that properly, but she wouldn't hear me out, so it couldn't be helped. In the end, I think it worked out for the best. If we had forced the relationship to continue, it would have been exhausting for both of us.
You're right about that. Your phone has been ringing non-stop. Are you okay with that?
Actually, Shino has been calling me non-stop since this morning. I can't just keep ignoring her like this, so do you mind if I pick up?
Go ahead. I will bring the rest of the boxes in so you can talk inside and take your time.
Hello? I have got a ridiculous number of missed calls from you. What is going on?
Hey, Keiichi. Is it true you are the director of the Planning and Development Department at Tokimeki Corp? Why didn't you ever tell me that?
I told you I work at Tokimeki, remember? I wanted you to look at me, not my bank account, so I didn't say anything about my title.
Seriously? If I had known you had a management position, I would have...
That reaction right there is exactly why I kept quiet. So what do you want?
That rental contract from the other day, that was a VIP listing matched to your status, right? For Waku Waku Real Estate, it was apparently a deal that affects their performance review, and because we canceled it, our relationship with them has gone sour, and we are getting blamed for causing the whole mess.
You broke off the engagement just because you didn't want to rent. So you're the one who should take responsibility. I chose that rental as a temporary place until the new house was finished and handed over, but you made your judgment without hearing me out to the end.
Wait, what do you mean, new house?
I used the access bonus from a project that just wrapped up to build a home for us to live in together, a fully owned house that cost 100 million yen.
You have got to be kidding me.
The video call.
Hold up. What is that mansion?
That would be my new home, where I am moving in from now on. Today is the handover day from the real estate company.
If I had not broken up with you, I would be moving into that mansion? Hey, Keiichi, do you think we could maybe meet up for a bit later?
Huh?
That's enough already. And who are you supposed to be? I'm Keiichi's junior at work. I've been listening this whole time, and seriously, what is wrong with you? When things go bad for you, you run to Keiichi. And the second you find out his house is a mansion, you start clinging to him. You really need to stop treating Keiichi like some kind of joke.
Yui.
This has nothing to do with you. It does. I am helping Keiichi move today, so I do not have time to waste on you.
You just proved again that you were never looking at me as a person. I'm not going to see you in private ever again. As for the relationship between our companies, you can sort that out on your side. Bye.
Hey, wait. That It seemed pretty rough.
Yeah, sorry for making you listen to all that unpleasant stuff.
Please, do not worry about it. You're about to start a brand new life. So let us just think about the fun parts, okay?
Yui, yeah, thank you. You're always so bright and positive. I'm really glad you're here. Meanwhile, over at Doki Doki Construction,
We've somehow started to repair things with Waku Waku Real Estate. But what is this problem you mentioned, Nakata?
these new urban disaster prevention infrastructure standards are pretty strict. Please take a look at this.
Raising the safety standards for evacuation facilities during earthquakes, a new seismic structure system, and standardizing flood shutters that automatically close during water disasters? That is harsh.
Is this revision to the regulations not a bit early? I thought this was supposed to be further down the road.
The national government and local municipalities have been leading a disaster countermeasure project, and the partner company on it, Tokimeki's Planning and Development Department, turned out to be extremely capable, thanks especially to the leadership and responsiveness of their department head, Mr. Keiichi Sato. They were able to move ahead with the revisions earlier than planned.
Keiichi Sato? That guy was really that impressive?
You know him?
Yeah, a bit. If he was involved in a project that big, then the success bonus must have been...
I see. In any case, most of the buildings our company manages prioritize low cost, so the evacuation routes are narrow. The seismic structures are old models and practically every building needs renovation, especially for the flood shutters. Many are just lightweight aluminum. For non-compliant buildings, insurance premiums are apparently going to more than triple, so we might get flooded with customer inquiries.
The extra cost will hurt, but these standards are going to be adopted as a nationwide baseline next fiscal year. We'll have to put Shino at the center, have the estimating section run the numbers, and tackle this little by little.
Got it.
However, a few weeks later, President Serizawa, we have received a notice from City Hall. They're asking us to resubmit our retrofit plan in line with the new disaster safety standards. How is that plan coming along?
I know we have to submit a retrofit plan, but once we looked into it, we found there are a lot of complicated works needed to meet the new standards, and the costs are far higher than we expected.
Honestly, if we upgraded every single building to the new standards, the total amount would be staggering. Even the cost estimation department is at a loss.
Even so, choosing not to carry out the retrofit work is not an option. If we did that, we would become the target of administrative guidance from the authorities.
Administrative guidance is exactly what I want to avoid.
That reminds me, I heard there is an audit tomorrow for Kirameki City's urban redevelopment plan. I just hope this resubmission of the retrofit plan won't have a negative impact.
Right?
Since it's an audit, I am sure they will at least check whether the urban redevelopment plan complies with the new standards. We should go in with our guard up. The next day,
Keiichi,
Why are you here?
I was part of the project team that drafted the new disaster safety standards, and my contribution on that project was highly evaluated. Thanks to that, I was selected to lead the audit team. From now on, I will be in charge of the city's safety audits overall.
I am Yumi Momotoa, also from Tokimeki Corps. I will be assisting Mr. Sato, so I look forward to working with you.
We look forward to working with you as well.
So these are the people Keiichi used to be engaged to.
So that's how it is. What an incredible coincidence.
Hey, Keiichi, just because we broke off our engagement, that is not going to affect the audit, right?
Of course I would never do that. Work is work. I keep it completely separate from my private life.
Right, of course.
Engaged. So that's why back then.
Let us begin.
To get straight to the point, we found deficiencies in the documents Doki Doki Construction submitted for this urban redevelopment plan. Under this plan, you are required to incorporate the new disaster safety standards, but they are not reflected in the documents. We will need you to temporarily halt construction.
Hold on a minute. If we stop construction, it'll have an impact on all kinds of stakeholders.
Yes, if the temporary halt delays completion of the buildings, you will have to pay delay penalties to various parties. Please, resubmit the documents as soon as possible. We are already bleeding money because of the retrofit work, and if we have to pay penalties on top of that, our cash flow will get even tighter. We have to do something.
When we originally submitted the documents, the new disaster safety standards hadn't even been adopted yet, had they? And now you're saying that counts as our mistake.
There is a grace period, of course, but that's only for 6 months to a year. Since some time has passed since the adoption, that means we should already have updated the plan documents, correct? Yes, that is exactly right. We will move things forward once all the corrections are properly finished, so I appreciate your cooperation.
There's always something new we have to deal with, one thing after another. We even failed the document screening for the large municipal housing complex redevelopment project. And our selling points have always been low cost and speed. But it feels like that alone is no longer enough.
I know. Maybe the fish we let get away was actually huge.
A few weeks later.
Hey, Sato. Looks like things are going well for you. I hear the city directly commissioned you for the infrastructure work on that large municipal housing complex redevelopment project.
Executive Director Nozaki. I don't know if I would say things are going well, but I am very grateful that so many people are recognizing our work.
You are as humble as ever. Rumor has it Doki Doki Construction didn't even get to join the project.
It seems they're fully tied up right now, retrofitting their buildings to the new standards. That said, even for us, it's getting pretty busy.
Of course it is. You already have your regular work, plus all the audit team duties, and now you've taken on a brand new project too? Please don't push yourself too hard, alright?
Yeah, of course.
You two look close. That's good to see.
Huh?
That's not what this is.
Well, of course, I am expecting a lot from you, Sato-kun, and from you as well, Momota-san. Just be careful not to take on too much work, and do your best, alright?
Yes.
I will do my best.
Well then, I'll leave you to it.
It's a call from Shino. Hello?
Oh, Keiichi. If it is alright, I was hoping you could make some time for me sometime soon.
Time? What for?
Being apart made me realize what is good about you, Keiichi. I feel like I never really faced you properly. I want to sit down and talk things over again.
You really only ever think about yourself, don't you?
What? Are you getting in my way again?
Then tell me, exactly what is it you suddenly realized is so great about Keiichi-san? I am sure you just looked at his income and the surface again, and that is why you decided to call, right? I don't think that is what Keiichi-san wants.
No!
Yui-san really does understand how I feel. You just want to get back together or something like that, right? If that's what this is about, I'm going to say no.
What?
Being apart from you made me take a fresh look at your personality, Shino. I can't be with someone like you who refuses to see the person for who they really are.
No way.
If you mean you want to get back together, then my answer is no. So stop contacting me.
I am so sorry. I went and butted in again without thinking.
No, you got angrier than I did for my sake, and it really cleared the air. Thank you.
Shino-san is amazing in the worst way, putting her own issues on the shelf like that.
Well, I have now completely decided that I'll never be with her again, so that's enough for me.
Keiichi-san?
You don't have to look so sad, Yui-san. I'm fine. Come on, let's get back to work.
Yes?
Meanwhile, over at Doki Doki Construction.
We couldn't avoid it. Administrative guidance ended up being issued against us after all. We can no longer receive subsidies from the city. And once the big clients heard, they started canceling their contracts one after another. At this rate, our company is finished.
I just got a call from the bank. They said they are cutting off our loans. If we do not somehow clear this audit, they might even kick us out of the urban redevelopment project.
But as you know, Shino, unless we renovate every single building we own, we will not pass the audit. The transitional grace period Sato-kun mentioned is almost over.
What are we going to do?
Tokimeki Corporation also does infrastructure development, if I remember right. Is there any way we could rely on Sato-kun for help?
That won't be possible.
Wait, please, can you not do something for us?
Since I'm the one auditing you, there's no way I can sign a contract that has me helping the very company I'm supposed to audit. You'll just have to juggle the funds somehow, find partner companies, and push the renovation plan forward. There really is no other option.
I'm asking you because those things are hard for us to do.
Even with my father begging you this much, you still will not help us? No matter how hard President Serisawa pleads, we are not going to say yes. Our upper management already understands the situation at Doki Doki Construction, so the company would not give us the approval in the first place. No way. Ugh.
Shino and Toda as well only looked at how much money I make and then broke off the engagement. Isn't what you're facing now the result of always chasing nothing but short-term gain?
That is...
Given how things are these days, the construction industry has been shifting toward putting serious emphasis on disaster preparedness. You should have at least been able to anticipate the adoption of these new standards, right? In fact, many construction companies have already finished renovation work in line with the new standards.
We're valued today because we have always treated every client with care. You chose not to do that, and now you're simply reaping what you sowed.
What are we supposed to do from here?
All you can do now is tackle what you can do, one step at a time. Now then, I will have to ask you to leave. After that, Doki Doki Construction scraped by taking on lots of small contracts, barely keeping the wheels turning, but...
A scaffolding collapse accident?
Yes, the materials toppled over, and a local resident happened to be right where they fell and was injured. You've got to be kidding. The investigation found that not only did the building fail to meet the new standards, but using a bargain contractor also seems to have been a serious mistake. And the resident who was injured is demanding compensation.
We finally started inching the renovation work forward. And now, on top of that, we have to pay damages too? Shino, what about our cash flow?
We're in the red this month again. There is no way we can squeeze out any more money.
No, this can't be happening.
After that, Doki Doki Construction stayed in the red and was eventually forced into bankruptcy. Toru and Shino both fell from grace, sold off their big family home, and now apparently spend their days working part-time jobs.
A construction site? I never knew the work was this tough. If only I had been more flexible back when the new standards were adopted.
Only I hadn't broken off the engagement with Keiichi back then. Ugh.
Meanwhile, on my end, the redevelopment plan for a large city-run housing complex has finally wrapped up. This beer really hits the spot.
You really did a great job this time. I was honestly worried you were going to collapse from overwork, you know?
I'm not gonna do anything like that, because I don't want to make you sad, Yui.
Aw.
If you'd like, would you move into that house with me?
Yes!
Enjoyed the video?
And smash that like button and subscribe!